So here's how a sales slump happens. You've got listings. So because you've got listings, you're running around making the sales of those listings. And what you're doing is you stop focusing on new listings coming onto the market called the pipeline. You haven't replaced any of the listings that you signed up in your pipeline. All you've done is signed them up and you're focusing on them. And then what happens is you get busy. Buyer appointments, open homes, second inspections, signing the contracts, pest inspections, building inspections, valuations, and you sell these properties. And then you've got no stock. And then you've got no stock, you start going, shit, I've got a problem here. And you start getting nervous. And then you start getting nervous, and that takes a bit of energy. Anxiety is not good in sales. And before you know it, you start feeling a little bit desperate. And then you start operating in desperate mode. And when you're desperate, you're not going to get any cut through, because we talked about the law of need. The more you want something, the less you get it. And before you know it, you start getting a little bit depressed because you realize, shit, I'm in a slump. And it all happened for one reason. When things were good and you had stock, you stopped looking for stock. And Lizzie says, that's exactly what happened to me. Yuck. So I'm going to tell you, take the lesson from someone 35 years in this business. Don't go into a sales slump by falling into this bullshit story that life is good now because I've got stock. You must always be replacing stock. It's called the law of replacement. We must always be replacing stock. It's absolutely critical. So my advice to you, my friends, is whether you've got listings or you've got no listings, we're constantly focused on the pipeline, which is what we're doing right now. I'm hoping what we're doing right now is something that you're doing every day, right? Every day. Yourself, without having to have a prospecting blitz. You just get into the habit. So that's the anatomy of a sales slump. That is the anatomy of a sales slump.